Hi, guys.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Are you guys excited to be back?
Very. I'm so excited for today's episode.
Are you? That's good.
I am.
I've got something in store for you all. Because we're not doing Charlie Wants an Abortion just yet, because frankly we forgot to watch it.
No,
in time.
you forgot to watch it.
Yeah.
You forgot to watch it. I'm
No.
prepared. I have notes on my phone for both seasons.
Okay.
I arranged time to watch it today.
Watch it.
Look, Ryan is
with that
actually
notice.
prepared
Thank
to do sacrifices for the podcast, unlike others.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm not, and so today you're getting my word vomit. This is what we're doing today. We're talking about if the song 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton is about Glenn Howerton.
I skimmed through your Twitter thread. I didn't read it.
Now you're getting the full experience.
Like, I saw that thread, like, skimmed through it, and I'm worried.
And now, the Not Always Sunny podcast brings you Shada, explaining her sleep schedule.
I didn't sleep at all today because recently, throughout the past 2 weeks, I've been going to sleep at 4 a.m. and waking up at like 3 p.m. I decided to reset my sleeping schedule and didn't go to sleep at all, and now I don't feel like I can perform very well.
That's okay.
But this is a silly excuse.
So when did you wake up today?
I didn't wake up today. Okay. Yesterday at 12.
So 31st hour of being awake.
Okay, 31st, whatever. I feel great. I mean, I feel slightly overwhelmed, but somehow I still have energy.
Oh, I just remembered we've got to do the outfit check as well. Did you take a photo, Ryan?
No. It's so ugly.
Describe it.
I have on, like, blue jeans and a purple sweater, but the sweater has, like, the name of a local organization on it, so it's ugly.
Ryan!
You would never look ugly. You're so beautiful and handsome.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I feel so special.
Shasha, what are you wearing?
Nothing fancy. Nothing. I'm wearing a white shirt, a jean skirt, and a pearl necklace.
Oh, lovely.
Cute.
I was gonna dress up for every episode. I forgot to dress up today, so I'm just owning the fact that I'm in my bikini top for today. I'm wearing that and my baggy trousers, and, well, I've got a really old shirt over it.
Congrats.
You're
We're
really...
all recording, are we?
We are recording.
We are.
We've been recording for, like, it's 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did the outfit check.
Welcome to the fucking podcast, I guess. So, before I jump into the theory, I want to talk about the response to the first episode. Like, mostly people being very nice, but
Like 2 people.
shout out to Peaked Interest.
All the inmates.
All the inmates, Peaked Interest, for putting it on his channel page. That's very nice. We didn't ask him to do that, but...
Thank you.
And we have a super fan, guys. I know you know about it, but what was your reaction this morning to logging on, Ryan?
I saw the first comment before I went to bed. And I read through it, I was like, oh, that's really nice. And then I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there were 7 more.
Yeah.
They're so intense.
I randomly decided to check how the video is doing at like 4 a.m. probably. And I saw 7 comments from one person. And at first I got genuinely scared because I thought they're all going to be saying how shit we are and how none of our opinions are valid. And
But these are intense but good, I think.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm happy with those. Thank you.
What's this person's
Thank you.
name? What's their account name?
Dr. Beeblebrox.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to
Dr. Beeblebrox.
Dr. Beeblebrox.
Our
who
true
left-
fan.
Our true fan who left like 8 essays on our video. Thanks to the
They're all
algorithm
so long.
boost.
I haven't had the time to read through them all.
I haven't read them. I don't want to. I'm scared.
I
I'm
have
sorry
read
about the
them.
people.
Yeah,
I-
you're fake fans of this person because I read through those
Yeah.
comments. They're actually quite interesting. They mentioned looking through other Sunny podcasts. And this is our second episode, and we're talking about the goddamn 1,000 miles theory.
I need to get this out of my system or I'm going to die. You're supposed to care.
Die
Podcast
then,
Alyssa.
please.
Welcome to the 1,000 Miles Theory. This has, like, become a nightmare for me. So it started off as just, like, a fun Wikipedia crawl. I was going to look into, see whether it could really be Glenn. Now I'm just searching for the truth. The day that I was researching this, it consumed me, body and soul. I could not think about anything else. I was telling everybody I was talking to and, like, trying to gauge their opinions. And once overwhelmingly was, you are a crazy person. But I want to take the listener through it today and see what they think, because I need some more opinions. I need to know if anything that I've done makes sense, or if I've just lost my mind for no reason.
You have lost your mind for no reason.
Thank you.
Can you do an a cappella cover?
Making my way downtown, walking
No,
fast.
I don't care about the lyrics, just
Thanks, Shanna. That's got to stay in.
welcome.
So-
God damn it.
So it started circulating on Twitter not that long ago. Well, I don't know when I first saw it. This song, this very famous chart hit from 2002, could potentially have been about Glenn Howerton, because Vanessa Carlton made a statement that the song was about a crush she had on a Juilliard student who is now a very famous actor. And Sunny Twitter kind of ran with this. And there's all sorts of edits of him to it, mainly Nat's one.
Yeah, one edit.
Fuck you. You were so mean to me in these,
And
Shanna.
a really nice edit. Thank you, Nat, for providing Sunny Twitter with amazing fan cams.
They were the first my exposure to Sunny Twitter, so I could be normal
Nice.
if it wasn't for Nat.
Mine was Shada, so thanks a lot.
I was your first exposure?
No, actually, sorry, it would have been Emma,
Oh.
but you were like my second.
Fuck off. I want to be the second choice.
So sorry.
Nah. Carry on
Still love
with
you.
your stupid
Alright.
theory, Alyssa.
You're so mean about this.
I'm
for
sorry.
no reason. This is what I'm passionate about, okay? Fun fact, the song was actually written in Philadelphia. It was before the show came out, so it's just a fun bit of trivia. But that would make it even more ironic. So Vanessa met this person when she was at the School of American Ballet. She enrolled in 1994, but I can't find when she left. She was 14, so it's possible she had a bit of a longer course. I put a timeline of when she was at School of American Ballet between 1994 to about 2000, probably, at absolute max.
Sense.
Maybe left in 1998. I don't know how long the course was. I couldn't find the course online. And she stated that she had a better chance of falling up than ever having a relationship with this Juilliard student.
See, she's weak because Glenn Howerton is 28 years older than me and married with 2 kids now, and I still think that I have a chance with him.
No, you do.
Right, exactly.
You need to manifest
Yeah.
it. We all do.
We should try harder.
To be fair, she wrote a whole chart-topping love lament about him. Potentially we'll get to if it's about him. So I found a lot of actors that were there at the same time as her, but not many that you could describe as very famous. And I based whether someone was very famous on if their Wikipedia page had a picture.
True. Valid.
Most of them had just been in like one episode of CSI or something. I made a little list with the names highlighted of people you could reasonably describe as very famous who also went to Juilliard in that time. Also, I'm assuming this is a male student, even though Vanessa is bisexual. She once referred to the subject as a he. If it turns out to be about a woman this whole time, I'll just kill myself. So I'm
Maybe
gonna
Glenn
work
is a girl.
real and true.
He's girl-coded.
That's part of my theory. So the list of 7 people who were at Juilliard at around the same time and had pictures on their Wikipedia page: Wes Bentley, Christian Camargo, Glenn Howerton, Oscar Isaac, Anthony Mackie, Lee Pace, Alan Tudyk, and Sam Witwer. And if you don't know who Sam Witwer is, neither did I before I started this.
I only recognize Oscar Isaac from that list. To me, none of them are that famous.
No.
Even Glenn.
One that I immediately eliminated was Oscar Isaac, because he only enrolled in 2001. I really don't think that Vanessa would have still been at the same school 7 years later. I never really thought it was him. I just kind of had to include him because he's probably the most famous out of everyone on the list.
Especially if it was like released only a year after that and she spent way more than that writing it.
Exactly, Ryan. Everyone else kind of lined up the timeline a little bit better. They would have actually met her, but I don't think she's ever met Oscar Isaac, if I'm honest. Probably not him. But it's worth including. It's worth including his name. So the next thing that I moved on to is the way that Vanessa says there's just no way on God's creations that this would ever happen. That is from the documentary I fucking watched for this. Because she made a
Fucking
20-minute documentary on YouTube about the making of the song, and I had to find it on the Wayback Machine because it's not like available anymore.
I need to watch it.
It's so dull. It is so dull. The only interesting things that you can learn from it is that she thinks this person was completely unattainable, And the hook of the song was written in the summer of 1997, which is very, very relevant. First, I was trying to find reasons why each of these people would have been unattainable to her. And the first thing I settled on was age.
She's a pussy. Everyone's
Yeah.
attainable to me.
First thing I settled on was age, because Vanessa was born in 1980, and she was quite a young teenager when she was at school. And most of these men were a little bit older than her, so Christian Camargo and Alan Tudyk were both born in 1971. They're both 9 years older than her. Wes Bentley was born in 1978. Sam Witwer was born in 1977, and Glenn Howerton in 1976. So we can group people into like older and younger. We'll get to Glenn. To be honest, even though this is a Sunny pod, a lot of this involves not talking about Glenn.
So excited.
Then we started to get to the timeline. I think this was at the peak of my insanity when I made the timeline, and it actually made everything sort of click into place. Christian Camargo and Alan Tudyk, both the older guys already, they both left Juilliard in summer 1996. Christian Camargo graduated with a degree, Alan did not. And they would have both left in a year before Vanessa even starts thinking about the song. And I mean, are you still going to be hung up on people you haven't seen for like an entire year?
Yes.
When you're writing this? It's just less likely. Maybe
I
you
would.
would. Maybe you would.
But
I would.
maybe I'm just built different.
Guys, they're not that hot, please.
I actually don't know what they look like. Maybe they aren't hot.
I don't know what they look like because I don't recognize any of them, but sure. And I'm not gonna search for their names.
We're going to stop talking about them now because I've just eliminated them.
Okay, good.
And then,
Okay, goodbye.
then Lee Pace and Anthony Mackie get eliminated pretty similarly because they joined Juilliard in autumn 97, by which time Vanessa had written the hook in summer. She added the lyrics, according to her, some months later. So I guess she could have met them by then, but it's kind of less likely, you know?
Yeah, I kind of disagree with you on that point, Lissa, because sometimes you'll, like, write the, like, melody of a song before you add the lyrics. So it's possible that she was writing a melody without thinking of the crush, and then the lyrics were written with, like, that crush in mind.
It's possible, but consider, Ryan, there is zero evidence to go off at all, so I have to make massive features. None of this would hold up in a court of law. So then we move on to the three people who were at Juilliard in both 1996 and 1997. Wes Bentley, Glenn Howerton, and Sam fucking Witwer. He is in all my notes as Sam fucking Witwer because no matter what, I cannot shake him. Like, I've looked for so much evidence that I can to try and disprove this guy. Like, nothing has worked.
He's in Riverdale, apparently.
Yeah. So I think
Oh my god.
that's fair enough.
I love
She might
Riverdale.
describe- When I have a note structure to keep me on point.
You have notes.
I have notes and I have my board out in front of me. The only thing that doesn't point to Sam is that everyone listening to this has had to look up who Sam Witwer is. He's just regularly working. That's the only thing that's keeping him in this list before I just like throw him in with the rest of the flop actors. Then we're tied between Wes and Glenn. And everything that I've looked at, everything, like, nothing points away from Glenn. Everything suggests that it could be him. It's just Wes is so tricky to get rid of. So my notes on the reasons why it could be Glenn is that he's 4 years older than Vanessa. So, you know, you could be a bit shy around someone 4 years older than you if they're like 20 and you're 16, 17.
Yeah, I would have been at 14, or 16, or 18.
He's also got a very intimidating personality. Come on, like...
Yes, he's a scary man.
He's a scary, weird man, and that's very cool to me. But, you know, his strange and off-putting vibes are not for everybody.
Yeah. That's for me, though.
I've put that he's known for making women deranged, and the
Wow.
example here should be the entire board that I'm looking at right now. Is that not evidence enough? He's successful, like, it makes sense
Kind
why
of.
he'd be... The biggest thing pointing in his favour is I literally cannot find any evidence against him. Like, everyone else has at least one thing that makes him unlikely. And
Lissa, did you look at her past dating history? Because I think they all look a little bit like Glenn.
that's what I was about to get onto.
Okay.
You know
Jesus
me
Christ.
so well.
You're welcome. I helped you move on to the next point.
All of her men have, like, a bit of scrunkle to them. That should make
Yeah.
sense to you.
What?
Shut it. Does that not
It
make
does
sense?
make sense.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. They are skinny white guys who all look like they've got something a little bit wrong with them.
Yeah.
None of them are as hot as Glenn, but that's okay because not many people are.
We can't all end up
Right.
with our celebrity crush. Unlike me.
She had to settle, and that's okay. Thing is, Wes Bentley doesn't really look like the guys she's dated at all.
Like, he's a
But
decent looking man, but he doesn't fit that vibe.
he's very conventionally attractive. Like, he's played
Yeah.
Superman.
Glenn's also quite conventionally attractive.
No,
Like,
I
very.
know, but
know.
like, Wes is like a Superman type conventionally attractive.
Yeah, okay. I
Glenn is like a
understand.
pretty boy.
He like a gay
Like,
boy.
I don't know if I would describe Glenn as, like, very conventionally attractive, because there's nothing about him that's conventionally unattractive, but he's not, like, super buff or anything.
I mean, he looks. He kind of looks like a lizard person.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed pictures of him to many of my friends, and they don't think he's hot. I think
had
it's
the
the
same
combination of him as Dennis. Yeah,
Wow.
I think if Glenn becomes really attractive once you've seen Sunny.
He became really attractive to me after AP Bio.
Oh,
He's
okay.
so hot in that.
Yeah, he is.
The
Jesus
stubble,
Christ.
the like curly hair. Oh,
God,
And
the
his
little
eyes,
apron.
like,
the apron.
The
God.
apron. It
The
will
apron
never
changed my
fail
life.
to make me insane. Jesus Christ.
I'm still on season 2. I need to keep going, but I was like borderline thirst watching.
You're on season 2 since like September.
Yeah. Have you seen the Nun episode yet?
Guys,
Oh my
I've got
god, the
to-
Nun episode. Jesus
That one made me
Christ.
cry.
I've seen the Nun episode. I didn't
Okay.
get much further than that because I may have gotten a bit too jealous of his love interest. But I do intend to go back once I've become normal.
You can't.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I was also scared to watch AP Bio because of Lynette, but she's just such a lovely character,
Yeah.
and she and Jack make such a wonderful pairing. I love them
If
so
I can't happen, then
goddamn
she
much.
can.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but like, guys, that is my ideal man, and I cannot watch him be happy with anyone else. I want him to be miserable.
Well,
That's fair.
I mean, I have good news and bad news, and you should just carry on with watching the show.
Okay. So to sum up,
welcome.
one at 3 a.m. I was making this board because I just like sat up in a cold sweat and I couldn't think about anything else. So I started writing all this down to try and make it make sense. And the timeline, it gave me the two possible theories. So if it was Wes Bentley, then that would kind of make sense because he dropped out of Juilliard in summer 97, like he didn't come back for autumn term. And if you think about it, Vanessa starts writing the song in 97, in like the summer, and then she comes back in the autumn, and then Wes is gone, and then she starts writing the lyrics. I thought I cracked it at this point. I was like, okay, I've got some lyrics written down here.
500 Miles has nothing on
Make-
Vanessa Carlton.
Making my way through the crowd, if I could just see you tonight. They're very vague, they're not very good lyrics.
Yeah.
Sorry, I never really enjoyed the song in the first place, and I've listened to it about 20 times. There's so much
Sorry,
about...
Vanessa Carlton, but I only care about you because of Glenn Howerton.
Literally, this is the only reason I'm doing this. I want a response from her, by the way. I've asked her for a response. Crickets. So we're getting lyrics like, I miss you, I wonder if you ever think of me, if I could just hold you tonight. Like, it's very...
She
There's
really
a lot
is
of
just like me.
distance. There's a lot of distant stuff in there. So if she's gotten back to school and found that her crush has just like disappeared and gone off to do movies or whatever, that would make sense from a more literal perspective. But the thing that points to Glenn is that this song was in the works from 1997 to 2002. Like, they said they kept reworking the lyrics. If she's still thinking about the crush she had 5 years ago, or is she thinking about the guy who was still at Juilliard from 96 to 2000, and she would have been seeing regularly, so like constantly reminded of Glenn. That one's Glenn. To be clear.
Glenn.
Okay.
I'd write a song about him. Maybe I will. Next week I'll sing you a song about Glenn Howerton.
Oh,
I'd
that's
love
so
to hear
cute.
that.
Please do.
Oh my
Please
god.
don't hold me to that because I can't sing.
Please, oh my god, if any of you have any insights or any other interviews or pieces of information that could help me finally put this to bed so I can, like, sleep easy for the rest of my life.
Vanessa Carlton, please just tell us. We won't tell anyone, I promise.
Literally, Vanessa, give me a clue. Give me something, give me anything. Or I will start living in your walls. Sorry, I don't want to threaten her because I'm trying to get as much information from her as possible, but this is her
I'm sorry we
fault.
called your lyrics bad. Please tell us if this song's about Glenn.
I'm sorry I called your lyrics bad. And can I get an apology from you for ruining my life? And then an answer. I need answers. I need the truth. Like,
Girl,
today,
look
I
at
think
you
it's
being
Glenn.
a little detective and all. That's so cute.
I'm the detective that can't sleep until I crack the case. I've
Bit
explained
extra
this to
Holmes.
so many people in my life, and everyone that I've explained it to thinks it's Glenn, which is interesting. Like, I haven't gotten any Wes Bentley truthers, and I think that people listening to this are going to think it's Glenn because we're all biased and we all want it to be him.
Yeah.
I really want it to be him. But
I really want to be Glenn. Imagine how funny that would be.
it would be so funny. But I want to be the one to solve this. Like, I want to be the one to get it out of Vanessa, or find the one piece of evidence that lines up perfectly. Anyway, I got the Pepe Silvia monologue up, so I can do that if you want, while I'm still like this. Sorry. This company's being bled like a stuffed pig, Mac, and I got a paper trail to prove it. Check this out, take a look at this. That right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I've been dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Pepe Silvia. This name keeps coming up over and over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Silvia, Pepe Silvia. I look in the mail. This whole box is Pepe Silvia. So I say to myself, I gotta find this guy. Gotta go up to his office. Gotta put his mail in the guy's goddamn hands. Otherwise, he's never gonna get it. It's gonna keep coming down back here. So I go up to Pepe's office, and what do I find out, Mac? What do I find out? There is no Pepe Silvia. The man does not exist, okay? So I decided, oh shit, buddy, I gotta dig a little deeper. There's no Pepe Silvia. You gotta be kidding me. I got boxes full of Pepe. Alright, so I start marching my way down to Carol in HR, and I knock on her door and I say, Carol, I gotta talk to you about Pepe. And when I open the door, what do I find? There's not a single goddamn desk in that office. There is no Carol in HR. Mac, half the employees in this building have been made up. This office is a goddamn ghost town. Sorry.
That was such a beautiful performance. I love you trying to pretend you have a British accent. I mean, an American accent.
I'm sorry. I
You're
can't
so
do
good,
Charlie.
Melissa.
I can do everyone else in the gang. I can't do Charlie. So how are you guys feeling about my theory now that I've sort of laid it all out?
I believe everything you said.
I think it's a theory of a delusional person. And I liked that bit when you said that, oh, everybody I explained this to believes me. Like, of course they believe you. You don't have opinions of any other people. All of your followers are Glenn/Dennis stans. What did you fucking expect?
I showed
think
it
you're
to
insane.
I showed it to normal people too, but they all think I'm insane as well. I have other friends, you know that, right?
If
No.
someone's
what are you
genuinely
doing
your
having other
friend,
friends?
there's something's wrong with them.
You're my friend.
Okay. I'm normal. No, I'm not your friend.
Oh,
Just because you've been to... Oh, I'm sorry. I feel
Also, I'm your
bad.
friend.
we gotta start thinking about rearranging the hosts if you're just gonna be mean to me.
Rearranging... Who? Glenn Howerton. Great.
Yeah, he's invited.
I think
Glenn,
he
anytime.
has even worse vibes than me. He comes to the...
Brock.
Yeah, he comes to the podcast sometimes, you know. I have these moments when I'm gonna listen to a podcast episode from, RCG, The Guys, and turn the episode on, and it starts off with Glenn saying, oh, I have another injury, or
My Tesla isn't
my
working.
expensive Tesla
I hate
broke
that episode.
down. I hate it too.
And how can I'm in your walls?
Right, or like Glenn's skiing injury.
Shut up.
What?
He's allowed to have problems in his life. You're being mean again. Speaking of the other podcast, the one we ripped off,
The other
can we talk
podcast.
about how long we've been waiting for the mortgage crisis?
All right.
It has been a month
Fucking
since
hell.
they released The Nightman Cometh. That's the
It's
last episode
so
podcast
unfair.
we got it. We want the mortgage crisis. I said I would kill myself this morning if it wasn't there. And I don't know what I'm
Please don't
holding
kill
out
yourself,
for.
Lisa.
Thank you, Ryan. But
You know,
It's a threat. Every day that there's no Mortgage Crisis podcast app, I'm writing another letter of my suicide note.
I can't complain about it because I've actually, like, so behind. I haven't listened to an episode since, like, August.
But we want to hear them talk about Mac and Dennis in it. That's the whole reason they're holding
obviously.
out. Like, why 2 weeks? 2 weeks with no podcast. I get they need some break, but come on, they're all in the room together. They're all in the room together today. Sit down and talk about Hugh Honey and Vic Vinegar.
To be honest, okay, this controversial opinion, hot take alert. I'd rather that they write a good season and focus on writing the season than to take breaks talking about the older seasons. Although we do need the energy of season 5 in the new one, because it's in my top 3 seasons. It's absolutely amazing.
So good.
It's such a good season, Jesus Christ.
The concept of doing a Sunny rewatch podcast kind of daunts me a little bit because the early seasons are by far my least favourite, and we have to get through so many before we get to season 5. If this podcast fucking lasts that long, there will be infighting already.
It will. It'll just be me, but, like, if you guys leave, it's fine, I'll carry it on.
Yeah, the world needs to hear your thoughts, Ryan. I'm glad you came today.
I'm glad I could be here today.
Mwah, love you.
Aw, so cute. Love you too.
Do you guys have anything else to add before we wrap it up?
I don't think so.
Thank you for talking about the theory. I
really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I feel enlightened. Like a brand new person.
Now you know what's going on in my head all the time. I have to live with this constantly.
It's scary.
Rank Lissa's fear factor based on, like, in person and today's podcast.
I think having Lissa in my room, in my private space, was absolutely terrifying to me.
We just played Sims. I made you tea.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You're so ungrateful.
You made me pasta. You gave me vino.
I did so many nice things for you, and this is how I'm repaid.
I still wake up in the middle of the night, and just because I start thinking about the James A. Caster Netflix special, it's changed the trajectory of my life forever.
Yeah, everyone go watch Repertoire if you haven't already, if you're a Sunny fan.
Actually, guys, today's episode is sponsored by James A. Caster.
We're never getting sponsors on this shit, don't even lie. We'll do a Manscaped plug. Huh? Imagine that.
Can we get Glenn's, like, weird green tea thing to sponsor us?
God,
that
Rob's NFT company.
Oh my god, I can see that happening. Because, you know, episode 1 didn't do that badly. We could start making money off this shit.
I was proud of how well we did.
We've almost got 200 views on the first one.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And it came out like 2 days ago, right? Now that it's post-New Year's that we're doing this, there's an AI generator of New Year's resolutions based on your tweets. And I think the first New Year's resolution I got was to appreciate every Dennis Reynolds thing I can find. But also, yeah, I'm doing that every single day of my life. But also, it was to connect with 5 people in the comedy industry. So I'm over here. This is my move. We're doing this. I'm waiting for phone calls.
I'm one of those people in the comedy industry.
And I'm one of the other ones. So you've got 2 already.
No, not you.
Why not? Why not?
You're not in the You're in the nightmare industry.
Fuck you, Shadow. I'm gonna kick you from the call.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck you, Shadow. Fuck you, Vanessa Carlton.
Fuck you, Glenn Howerton.
Fuck you, Glenn Howerton. Fuck you, RCG, for not releasing that podcast episode. Who else do I have to say fuck you to? The viewer? Just in general, fuck you for listening to
Didn't
this.
we end the last episode on Merry Christmas, fuck you?
It got cut. I wanted that, but it came out on like January 7th, so I get why it got cut. But
well,
you know what, viewer?
Let's keep the fuck yous here.
You know what, viewer, listener? Merry Christmas and fuck you.
Happy Valentine's Day, fuck you.